Hi there. Okay, we are going to talk about fermented foods today. Okay, fermented foods may save your life, and I'm going to tell you why. I've had an issue with the collagen in my body my whole life. I've had an issue with my spine my whole life. Very painful, very, very painful. Now, I've also had a problem as I got older with my lymph system, and I didn't know this until a couple years ago. Actually, it's just coming to light right now for me. I had an issue with my collagen. I knew it was collagen because it had affected all of my ligaments, my spine, my legs, my arms, my neck. And I was watching Dr. Stephanie Seneff on the dangers of glyphosate. And the symptoms that she was talking about, that the animals, that the cows had been experiencing, they were getting sick. And she'd also said that there was rare fungal infections in the animals and in the plant life. And her theory is that it's the glyphosate. Let me tell you about glyphosate real quick. Glyphosate is a broad spectrum antibiotic. It kills all your immune system. What she did research, and she found out that the people who had the cows were getting sick because of the food. They were given sauerkraut juice, and the sauerkraut juice was getting them well. Lactobacillus is in the sauerkraut juice, and lactobacillus is the only thing that will break apart the chemical bonds of the glyphosate that is in the body making collagen. So that's why fermented foods is imperative. We have more microorganisms on our bodies than we have our human DNA, or than our human cells, DNA cells. Anyways, I saw her broadcast or her lectures, and the bells and whistles went off for me. Oh my God, okay, I have a problem with my collagen. Now, it also, the glyphosate, and this glyphosate is in Roundup. The Roundup is sprayed on everything. It's sprayed especially on the wheat. People with wheat sensitivity, they think it's the wheat. It's the glyphosate. It's not the gluten, it's the glyphosate. I had a check to see if I was gluten, if I was allergic to wheat. I'm not allergic to wheat. I'm allergic to the chemical on the wheat, the glyphosate. Anyways, let me tell you the symptoms that I'm having. My parents have, my mom has, and my granddad had. My granddad was a farmer, and he was exposed to these chemicals early on. Now, the problem that our family has with the collagen and the glyphosate and the glycine and collagen production, I believe, is genetic. It is not have a genetic issue and they don't know where it came from, like they say. It is our bodies just use glyphosate. And let me tell you, glyphosate instead of glycine to build the collagen. Now, allergies can be passed down from one generation to another. I believe that my grandfather had an allergy, if you will, to the chemicals on the food. And that is what, and each generation it gets worse. My son, both of my kids, all three of my children are sick right now. They just don't know it, and they don't really listen to me right now. They will someday when they get sick enough. And I'm sorry to say that, but it's a fact. It's very sad. Being a broad spectrum antibiotic, it wipes out your complete immune system. And fermented foods, now they were giving the sauerkraut juice to the cows, and the cows were getting better. You can ferment sauerkraut. You can make sauerkraut, fermented cabbage. You can do garlic. I have fermented garlic here. I just try to eat fermented something every single day. Now, if you're not used to eating fermented foods, your body will get sick, okay? You're not used to it. But your immune system, your health is in your gut. If your gut, from eating the food that is an antibiotic, and you've had antibiotics, and you've had infections, and you've had to take more antibiotics, then you're compromised. That's all there is to it. Now, my mom and my granddad have had many surgeries to remove the bad collagen, okay, the bumps, and they're bumps, and then they cause a calcification. What those bumps are, I believe, are backed up lymph. all of my lymphatic system is completely backed up. I've got tumors all over my body, and if they were to do a scan, they would see them as tumors. It's backed up lymph. It's hard, and once you start to release the lymph, it's very painful. For 2 hours a day, at least, I push lymph through my body, and it's extremely painful. Now, what I suggest for you and your children, my family, my mom has had thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of surgeries to remove the calcification from the dysfunctional collagen. My granddad also. Okay, I know better. I'm not going to allow them to do that. They were lied to. In fact, the disease that my mother and my grandfather they were diagnosed with is Dupuytren's disease. It is a disease that affects the tendons in the fingers and the feet, and the hands and the feet. And they just take them out. My mom is deformed because of it, because of the surgeries, not because of the problem. I know better. Okay, now this is the stuff that we're looking forward to with all the energy assaults, with all the food assaults, with everything that they're doing to us. I'm going to give you some things to watch for. In your hands, take your thumb, your fingers, touch the palms of your hands. Do you have any small little bumps there? In the growing area, from the pubic bone to the hips, you have ligaments there. Feel those. Do you have little bumps there? If you do, your mycosis infected. That's what that is, and it's from the collagen, the dysfunctional collagen, and the takeover of the body from the fungus because of the broad-spectrum antibiotic. Now, I think I said this, my children are infected right now, and they don't even know it. So the best thing you can do right now to keep your body safe and healed is mineral supplementation. Your body will not heal without the proper minerals. Also, fermented foods. I suggest that you start using fermented foods every single day. Build up to where you can eat take 1 bite a day, because it will make you sick. That's the best thing you can do for your immunity right now. All right, well, we are indeed in deep doo-doo. So if you have little bumps on your hands, or you have calcification that feels like calcified ligaments, that's what it's from. I use Mangista to cleanse my lymphatic system. And once you start in one area to start moving that lymph, like in my neck, very, very painful. I can see people on video, and I can see where their lymph is backed up right here and right here. It's there. That's what's happening from the food. Our lymphatic system is completely backed up. It is a fungal infection. The fungal infections from the chemicals and from the stuff they're putting in the skies. And there's also fungal infections. Cancer is a fungus. There's also fungal infections, cancer cells inside the vaccines that are given you. To get through this energy assault, the chemical assaults on our food, our water, the directed energy weapon assaults, to get through this, you'll have to be diligent. One thing that hasn't been talked about a lot, people are trying to save their homes or making sure they have food. Your body is the most important resource you have on this planet. Without your body, your spirit cannot maneuver around to do the things that your spirit came here to do in such a critical time. So you need to ground your energy, and I'll do some videos on that later. Ground your energy. Learn that you are energy. You're all energy. You have a spirit that comes into your body. Your body has to be well to be able to hold your spirit in your body. Fermented foods will save your life. It's making the cows well. So that's what I thought. I thought, okay, well, if this is the collagen problem because of the glyphosate, and the cows are getting better with fermented foods, then I'll use fermented foods. And I'm getting better. It's a painful process to move that lymph through, but you can do it. The younger you are now, I met a girl who's 22 years old. She's got the same lymphatic problems. She's got some swelling right here, and she's having to move the lymph in her neck, and she's got a problem with her spine. Look, we are in trouble. If you guys stop eating the food, and if you do, soak the vegetables and things and fruits in baking soda for 15 minutes, then rinse them off good. You'll feel it. After they soak for about 15 minutes, you'll feel the slime on it. So just like you can't see the demons that come into the body when the body's sick, you can't see this poison on your food. Okay, they really got us. They got us good. But I'm gonna tell you, you've got to get your body as healthy as you can. Fermented foods, drink lots of water, lots of good water. Anyways, okay, this is about fermented foods. Now, if you have bumps on your hands, bumps on your ligaments, you've got a problem with your collagen, and it's from the glyphosate. Now, yeah, again, I suggest that you look for Stephanie Seneff at MIT, and she will shed some light on some of the things that are going on with us. All right, fermented foods. Bye.